What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the final Pick'em episode of the year. It's wildcard weekend, and we're going to be predicting the whole entire NFL playoffs. Each of us are going to go through and decide.
Why did Dontea get balloons?
Maybe because he thinks he has a chance to come back and win. He's trying to celebrate early as his ring light just falls in front of our faces. So as Dontea fixes that, I'll kind of go over the rules of our Pick'em. And first, the wild card weekend is going to be worth 2 points. 2 points for each correct pick that you get. Next round, 3 points. That's the divisional round. Conference, 4 points. And then the Super Bowl, 5 points if you get that correct guess. And hey, Kaysen, shout out you, because you see down below, he is tied with one Jordan. As at the moment, he is tied with Jordan. And Jordan, that means...
Season champ, I finally got a ring.
That means, I'll let you have the podium for right now. That means you are the 2024-2025 Pick'em champ.
Within Barbershop Break Room. I don't want to exclude Kaysen. He did do very well as well.
Don't want to exclude
our guy.
Within Barbershop Break Room / I Know Ball Network.
Yep. Did I just say Barbershop Break Room again?
You love saying that shit. You love saying it.
I keep doing that. I'm the reason that we that we redesigned, and I keep saying the old one. I will say I'm going to take that. I can no longer be called second place Jordy. Second, and now first. So I think that my average, I'm probably top in the average position.
What do you mean? Like all the seasons combined?
Yeah, like second, and first. I feel like is better than anybody else's combined average position.
I mean, if you want to be that stupid, sure.
I get your average. I will say for everyone,
your average is a bridesmaid.
That are gonna do the pick'ems with us. You cannot do them in the app anymore. So the app, of course, cuts it off at the end of the regular season. So in the comments down below, I want you to go through the wild card weekend. Who do you think's gonna win? And then you basically fill out the bracket yourself. Then you go to the divisional, the conference, and then Super Bowl. And then, hey, that means your bracket's going to be right there down below, and we can compare. And next week, whenever we talk about the playoffs again, we'll update you guys on the current standings. So the only way you can enter, down below, comments, let us know. Before we get in to the pick'ems, guys, I sent you over a graphic on your phone. Check your phone right now. And this is just going to be a little game that you guys play real quick. And there's really no going against one another. You're just going to spitball. Who do you think is on this list? And you guys see it down below, the blanks. These are the quarterbacks that have the most passing touchdowns all time in wild card games. So, number 1 to number 11, because 10 and 11 are tied. Dontea, I'll let you have the first pick. Because you give Jordan the first pick all the time. I ain't giving Jordan the first pick every time now.
I feel like you should give it to me since he don't
always
give the first pick. So like,
yeah, but you always get it.
You always get it.
I want you to get it.
Yeah,
and you win the pick'em, and you win the pick'em. You get everything.
I'm the best.
Then you don't need the first pick. Then you don't need the first pick if you're the best.
All right. We're not going against each other. You said.
I know.
Immediately, I'm looking at the top, and I'm looking at the years active.
There's one guy that's been around for a long fucking time in that list.
There's two, actually. The same years, actually, too. Let me get Big Ben.
Yeah, so I'm not going to give you guys, you don't have to guess the exact spot. Big Ben is that number 1 guy on there from 05 to 2021.
Why did you have to take that from me? You definitely could have went with the greatest to ever do it in Tom Brady, but you take Big Ben.
Is that your guess, sir?
Not on here.
Is that your guess, sir?
He's played in way too many wild card games. Actually, no, he probably had the number 1 seed a lot.
That's that you have to factor that in.
That's what I was thinking. A lot of bye weeks for that guy.
Ooh, I'm still taking Tom Brady.
Luckily, Tom Brady, he played 7 wild card games in his career. He's on that list. He's going to be number 4 on that list through 13 tuds.
So I wonder how many times he was a wild card team and won the Super Bowl, because he has 7 rings and only 7 wild card appearances. That's kind of crazy.
That is true.
Bottom of the list, is that Patty Mahomes, 2018 to 2023?
Is not. Patrick Mahomes is not on this list. I'll give you that answer. won their division a lot and usually been the best team a lot.
Yeah, because their division's not good.
And then just spitball them too. We'll try to get it out of the way quicker as everyone's watching.
There's a few younger guys, so we can just go with like a Josh Allen up there.
Josh Allen is actually number 3, surprisingly, already on the list. Through 5 games, 13 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. And then I kind of gave you all the stats, so the stats could help you a little bit.
Is that Lamar at the bottom?
Actually, that is not Lamar. Lamar not on the list.
So that's got to be Joey B then, right? Joe Burr.
Not Joey B. This quarterback at the very bottom of the list, some people hate.
All right, I'm ignoring that one from now on.
Jordan should know
on this list.
Drew Brees is number 5 on the list.
Let me get a guy that never won the Super Bowl. Phil Rivers.
Philip. That's actually a good guess. I don't know where he is on the whole entire list, but he's not in the top 10.
That is a good guess.
I feel like you had to be in the playoffs a lot, right?
I'll give you a hint. The last guy at the very bottom, Jordan, really never liked.
That means he's black. Is the sheriff on there?
The sheriff is on there.
As Derrick would call him.
That's why I laughed. Number 7 is Peyton Manning. Come on, Jordan, you hate this guy.
Is the General's brother on there?
General's brother is not on the list.
No General Booty, huh?
I'm trying to think of guys I hate.
Bro.
There's not a
2018? That should give it away. 2018 to current, basically.
Well, it's not one of our fucking quarterbacks. I know that.
I agree. It's a quarterback that you went at a couple of times.
Is that my boy Baker?
No. Baker is not on this list. 3 Hall of Famers, and the bottom 2 are not Hall of Famers.
Is there a guy, again, that doesn't have a Super Bowl? A different guy named Dan Marino?
Dan Marino, not on the list. I will say, look at number 2. Look at his touchdown interception ratio. That should kind of give it away.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, number 2. Number 6, Jordan. This guy has some similar traits to Aaron Rodgers in different ways.
Maybe he played for the same team as Aaron Rodgers?
Maybe.
Maybe multiple of the same teams as Aaron Rodgers?
Maybe.
Maybe 2 teams on top of that being Atlanta and Minnesota?
Maybe.
Mr. Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, number 6 on the list. Number 8, of course, older quarterback. Give you a hint, he's not white.
Number 8.
Hall of Famer.
87.
I think he's a Hall of Famer. Warren Moon. Number 9. Played against one of your Pittsburgh Steelers in a Super Bowl at one point, Jordy.
Kurt Warner.
I was going to say Kurt.
All right. Well, sure. Kurt Warner. Number 10. This guy's been in a couple of trivias before. Jordan thought I was going to choose him for whenever we did what's it called? The tic-tac-toe thing. He thought I was going to choose them for a certain block, and I didn't go his route. Most notable Seahawks.
Mr. Russell Wilson? No, that's 03 to 10. I didn't even look at the years. Matt Hasselbeck. Last guy. Jordan, what quarterbacks do you hate currently in the NFL? Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield. Well, I don't hate Baker anymore. Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson.
All right. The division. Outside the division. Maybe Justin NFC.
Fields.
In the NFC, quarterbacks I hate in the NFC. Justin Fields is on my team. I don't hate him. I've already publicly apologized to Justin Fields.
Come on, bro. You went at this guy in multiple videos before.
Oh, this is Jalen Hurts, Mr. Tush Push.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
I don't hate Jalen. Who the fuck is it?
Is in that division.
Oh my God, it's Dak Prescott.
Don't you hate Dak?
Oh my God, dude. I forgot how much I hated Dak. I ain't seen him this year. I forgot I hated that motherfucker. I forgot he was real.
Yeah, he's the last guy on the list. He's top 10 in most passing touchdowns on Wild Card Weekend.
Wow.
That's crazy. What's he do in the clutch time moments in the divisional or conference championships?
And then, I mean, that's why I said he's not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Absolutely not.
So that was the top 10. I just wanted to get that through a little quickly, and I thought that was fun. Yeah, I hope he could. I hope he's a little better.
So I don't wish injury on anybody. I just hope he comes back healthy and still sucks.
That's awesome. Love that. love the fandom there. So we'll go on for the pick'ems now. So Jordan has the crown, but the people's crown is still up for debate. And we'll start with the first game Saturday. We got the Chargers at Houston. And the Chargers will be favored -3 points. And the only favorite that is away, I believe, so far this weekend. Jordy, you're the champ. You go first.
I think this is actually going to be arguably the best game of the weekend. I think that there's be one other game that could be as good. Not as good, I don't think.
Tampa?
Let me get the Chargers.
Yeah, so when I saw they were matching up, I didn't know the lines or anything like that. I was like, does it feel weird that I like the Chargers more than the Texans right now, even though they're away? I know Houston's getting back I can't say his last name, Shazier, however you say his last name.
Shazier, yeah.
He's getting him back, or they're getting him back. That's going to be good for their defense. Now, the Chargers, I want to see him do well. This should be a good matchup. CJ Stroud hasn't looked like the CJ Stroud of last year. I think Justin Herbert is a better quarterback than him currently. And give me the guy that doesn't turn over the ball more. Give me Justin Herbert.
Then I guess that's 3 for 3 because CJ Stroud hasn't been himself this year. They're down a couple players. No Steph Diggs, no Tank Dell. Harbaugh's coaching the Chargers. I had to go with the Chargers here, man.
They got Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, anyways, give me the Chargers.
Then we'll move on to, I hope is a really good game because whenever these two match up, you want it to be a great game. We got Pittsburgh headed to Baltimore, and this line fluctuates between 9.5 to 10. And the last time Pittsburgh were, 10-point dogs was actually last year against the Buffalo Bills, to where they lost 31-17. And I will say, before you go, Jordan, I did a little research on one Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson when it comes to wild card games. Russell Wilson's 4-2, Lamar's 1-1. Russell Wilson's 3-1 as a favorite and 1-1 as a dog, while Lamar is 1-1 as a dog, never favorited in wild card weekend. This is the first time ever. And you guys see the stats down below. I kind of just threw them there. Russ, way more tuds, sacked way less, and actually worse completion percentage than Lamar, surprisingly. Both under 60%. But who do you got?
I'm going to be honest. It would be the most Steeler thing ever to lose 4 straight games and go to Baltimore and win. And for that reason, at least one more time this year, I'm going to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have to, at least one more time. This might be the last time I get to pick them. I do see, obviously, a realistic world where we do lose to the Ravens. I was kind of hoping for the cards to fall the right way, to where we played the Texans in the first round. I think that's a much better matchup for a team that's coming off of 4 straight losses than the Ravens are. But I do see, I think it could go either way. Obviously, the Ravens are favored. They are a better team on paper. They will be most likely without Zay Flowers. As long as we can get our shit together for this game, I think that we have a chance. I got to pick them because it might be the last time I get to pick my team this year.
I feel you on that one. When I looked up the research on Russ and Lamar, obviously Russ is better in wild card games than Lamar. But then I looked up head coaches, John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin, right? What are their records in wild card weekend? John Harbaugh all time is 6-2 in wild card games. Mike Tomlin in wild card games is I think he's 3-6. I'll do my math. I'll make sure that looks like it's wrong on paper. Me reading this over again. John Harbaugh 4-1 as a favorite, 2-1 as a dog, where Mike Tomlin's 3-3 as a favorite and 0-3 as a dog. So Mike Tomlin never won in the wild card as a dog, but 2 losses came from the Bills when they were dogs by 10, and then the Chiefs when they were minus 12.5, or Pittsburgh was plus 12.5. Last win in wild card weekend for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2017 over Miami, when Pittsburgh was favored minus 11. So that, I think,
there's a first for everything.
There's a first for everything. So does Mike Tomlin get his first win in wild card weekend as a dog? I don't think so. I think it'll go to 0-4. Give me the Baltimore Ravens.
I think Pittsburgh sucks. Give me Baltimore.
I just think they suck.
Fair enough. I did lose a bet. I have to shout out my dude Evan. I don't know if he watches, but I did lose a bet to Evan. We bet in the beginning of the season just on a haircut. Either it was going to be free or it was going to be double priced for the Chargers and the Steelers. Who's going to have a better record? He's a Chargers fan. I will say they finished with a better record. He did still pay me though. He sent me $10 and it said "bolt up" in the message. So he said, "I know I'm not paying for the haircut. I'll at least give you the tip."
That's nice.
No Diddy.
Yeah, good add in there. So
yeah, we can't work for Fox, boys.
Our application might get denied. But no, I hope that one turns out to be a good game. Obviously, the rivalry is probably the biggest in the AFC North between those two, and you never know. You might see Russ come vintage and ball out. Who knows? You just need George Pickens to catch some fucking balls. All right,
I think that's what you need. There's a slight rumor that Mike Tomlin may be secretly planning to start Justin Fields without telling anybody.
I saw that. That would be dumb.
That's a ballsy move.
That would be dumb, in my opinion. Just my opinion.
Would be. I think if you were going to start Justin Fields, you start him in the last game of the year, at least.
I know this is your team, and before we go on, is there anything you want to say before we move on to the next game?
I hope I get to see you for one more week after this one.
Please.
I don't know if I will, but I hope I do.
Please. All right.
Please.
We'll move on. We got Denver headed to Buffalo. Another game to where Buffalo is going to be heavily favored. Looked this up earlier in the morning. It's -9. Don't know what the odds changed to currently, but Buffalo is favored here.
Yeah. Imagine if a buffalo and a horse ran head on as fast as they could. Who's still going to be standing afterwards?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills.
Now, not to sound dumb, aren't Broncos and horses different?
Broncos a wild horse, I think.
Is that all it is?
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was like a bigger horse or some shit.
I don't think they're. They might be a little bit bigger just because they're like
not domesticated.
Yeah, but I
agree with you. Even if it was a bigger horse, I think the buffalo absolutely destroys them, and that's where I'm at with you on this pick. Give me buffalo.
Putting one of its little horns through a jugular of a horse.
Oh my god! I need ChatGPT to image that for me.
I think it's going to be actually like a slaughter. I think
that
game will not be good.
Am I next?
You are next.
Yeah, shout out to the Broncos. They've been on a great run this year. I'm hoping the Browns can actually emulate what they did this season. You know, maybe draft a quarterback and maybe win more games than you're expected. Who knows? But with that being said, give me Buffalo to cover the spread as well.
Yeah, Buffalo might cover the spread. I will say Ed Bo Nix is the best rookie quarterback. I don't think some might have some arguments for that, but a lot of people thought he was going to be absolutely terrible. So, dude made it to the playoffs. So shout out to him. Obviously, I think Broncos fans kind of know that they're not going to win the game, but they're happy that they have a team to at least make it there. So, shout out to the Broncos.
First time in 15 years.
It's been a long time.
15 years?
No.
It's 9 years. I'm sorry.
Since 2015. Since 2015.
Yeah.
2015. So, yeah.
It's like 50 years.
Not bad.
Yeah.
You remember, do you guys watch last week how the Broncos made the Chiefs look? I know it was all the Chiefs backups.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take that out of context.
They slaughtered them.
That's how it's going to look with the Bills starters playing the Broncos starters.
You're going to squad wipe them.
Yeah.
I kind of hope Bo Nix wins. Kind of hope that. That'd be pretty cool to see.
I don't at all.
I do.
Dontea really doesn't, because he got to stand next to the dude that'll be talking about it.
You guys are right. Yeah, you guys are right. Then we'll move on to Green Bay at Philadelphia. Philly is going to be favored -4.5, and the Eagles, they're going to be hosting their 12th wild card game in Philly this weekend. That's the most wild card games by any franchise, at their home field. And
it's a tough game.
There's going to be, I'll just give you a little more trivia. Dallas, they're right behind them with 10 hosts. Green Bay 10, Seattle 9. So those are the most.
Where was that trivia?
Where was this trivia?
Yeah, you said you were going to hit us with some more trivia and then just told us the answers.
I'm gonna hit you guys with more facts. Bam. Now it's in the past. You already got it. Jordan, who you got?
So they said that there's still a chance that Jalen Hurts doesn't play. He is still, I believe, as of today, which is Tuesday, he's still.
Dude, my basement is cold. I had to turn my heater on.
He's still technically in concussion protocol. Don't know if he'll be able to play. I haven't really seen anything about it. I feel like that'd be kind of a big headline. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, we saw Tanner McKee the last 2 weeks actually ball out for a dude that nobody knows. Similar to what I guess Cooper Rush did his first time when he came in and started playing. Because
there's no film on him, nobody knows how to game plan against him.
Most likely. And some people are saying if Jalen isn't good to go, do you start Tanner or do you start Kenny? And
I hope they start Kenny and the Packers win.
I think a lot of people want Kenny to start because he has more reps in the NFL than Tanner. But Tanner obviously had 2 good games compared to what we saw Kenny Pickett on, especially when he tried to do this one. Throw the ball, hold on to the ball, and go down with it. Wasn't a great look, Kenny. Wasn't a great look. I wish he did that in a Pittsburgh uni, because that shit would have been hilarious. But this one's going to be hard to pick. Like we said, we don't know if Jalen is there. I will leave it up.
He's gotta be, right? It's been a while.
So, here's the thing. This is up to you guys. Do we want to do a thing to where if Jalen's healthy, we take Philly, but if he's not healthy, we take Green Bay, and we add that in, in our bracket afterwards? This is up to you guys. Or do we just take the bullet and take a guess now?
I feel like Jalen's got to play, so
it's concussion.
I'm really confident. Go ahead.
Right? Concussion, right?
Yeah, and he missed 2 weeks, so it's like he's got to be clear now.
They have to lie at least. They have to lie.
I just researched it. 13 hours ago on Get Up, the team or Jeff Saturday said that it is a massive deal if Jalen Hurts can't clear concussion protocol. So he still hasn't cleared it. And then a little bit later on, 9 hours ago, Pat McAfee said even if he does clear protocol, he hasn't played or practiced in 2 weeks, which is a long time for a quarterback to go without practicing, even not touching the football, not being on the field.
So I agree. Now I might get some hate for this one. Jalen Hurts.
I'm changing. I'm going to Green Bay.
Okay. I was going to say Jalen Hurts really isn't that type of quarterback to where you're relying, or that team is relying on his passing ability, right?
I'm going to keep it real with you, though. If he plays, they win. If he doesn't, they lose by a lot. I think it's that big of a difference.
I agree. No, I was just saying for the fact of if he comes back being rusty type thing.
Oh, like he can still be able to make plays in other ways.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Now the Eagles did waive Ian Book today, which was their reserve third string quarterback.
Makes sense.
Which makes people believe that Jalen Hurts will be back because then either Kenny Pickett or Tanner McKee will be the reserve third quarterback. They don't need 4 on roster.
No, not heading into the playoffs.
No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even with that information, I don't know, bro. This is a really tough game to pick.
See, like, if we knew Jalen was healthy, we're all taking Jalen, I believe, right? We would all take Jalen if the Eagles were healthy.
If he
was healthy.
Missed a game, like if he never even had the concussion, even if he plays now after having the concussion, it's like
you're still weary.
I don't know. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't be weary. I'd still take him.
I do think that they rely on his passing ability more than you might think they do.
I think they do more than ever, but they also have Saquon now. Helps a lot.
That helps significantly, bro. You're going from
that's a big difference too.
To DeAndre Swift to Saquon.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Okay. I mean, that would be similar sense saying, okay, Lamar Jackson had a concussion 2 weeks ago, hasn't played, but they're not as reliant on him because he has Derrick Henry now. They're still, I think, as reliant on it. That team is now a passing offense. I mean, they run the ball a lot. Derrick Henry he's the rushing leader. He gets a lot of yards, obviously. Or not the rushing leader, second, I believe.
Behind Saquon.
But
give me the Eagles no matter what.
You still rely on Lamar's ability to throw the ball down the field as well. I'm taking the Packers. I flipped. I'm taking the Packers.
I want to see the Packers win since I'm a fake Packers fan.
Christian Watson tore his ACL.
He did tear his ACL.
Damn it.
That should be less of a worry than a Jalen Hurts thing, though. I mean, we know he spreads the ball over there. They spread the ball over there.
Dobbs, Wicks, Reed.
He could go 2 games without getting the ball and people wouldn't notice. You don't know. Give me Philly. I think they have a better defense. I mean, the only way I see them losing is they don't have Jalen Hurts. It's the only way possible I see it. So give me Philly here. You chose? You finalizing on Eagles, Dontea?
Yeah,
okay.
Eagles.
Then we'll move on. Washington at Tampa Bay. Shout out Baker Mayfield for 3rd ever quarterback ever, I believe, to have 4,500 yards, 30 plus touchdowns, or 35 plus touchdowns, something like that, and over 70% completion percentage. I know it hurts Dontea to see it. I mean, I'll see the tweet. The tweet's right there down below. I forget the exact stat, but 3rd ever quarterback to do it. And yeah,
I'll make you feel a little bit better in a little bit here when we talk about Baker Mayfield.
I don't want to talk about it at all.
Tampa is favored.
Mention the game.
Tampa is favored -3, Jordan.
Just pick quick. Don't even talk about it.
Give me the Commanders.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it.
Give me
Commanders too, because I'm a hater.
Give me Baker Mayfield. If I'm going to pick him the rest of the way, I guess I can't. Because I kind of want to get some points back in the fake list. If they win next week, I'm still going to pick them. If we did regular pick'ems. But
I think the Commanders, they're a better team now. I do.
I think it's close.
It's definitely close. This was the only game that I think has a potential to be better than Chargers Texans.
I will say Tampa had many setbacks throughout their season to where Chargers really didn't face many setbacks. So Tampa kind of had to struggle and get a lot of shitty players, a lot of reps, and I think that's going to help come in the playoffs.
I agree.
Yeah, give me Tampa. So we'll move on. Last game. Should be a good game. We thought about that, when they played the Lions, but someone stunk it up a little bit. That was when the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. He's going to head to Los Angeles and play the Rams. And now, I will say the Vikings are the first ever team to have 14 wins and play in the wild card round.
That's
first
crazy.
Ever team. Before
NFC North is the first division to have 2 teams with 14 plus wins in a season.
I didn't know that.
Or 13 plus, I believe.
Before this year, the Titans had 13 wins. That was the most that a wild card team had, and that was all the way back in 1999.
Yeah.
So, Minnesota is favored
crazy.
-1.5.
And I'm taking the favorites here. Give me Minnesota.
I will say, little voters for you guys who's picking. In that 99 season, the Titans finished second to the Jags, so that's why they were in the wild card. The Titans ended up winning 3 playoff games and coming just a few yards away from a Super Bowl title. So
was that when they got tackled on the 2-yard line?
Yeah, just a few yards away. Just a few yards
or
away.
Something like that. My dude got tackled right on the 1 or 2 yard line. That is crazy being that
reaching
close
for it. A Super Bowl.
That's got to be the most sickest ending
way to go out.
Besides not handing off to Marshawn. But yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But hey, Minnesota fans, that means it looks like you could make it there and potentially win. Who knows? Who'd you take, Jordy?
I took Minnesota.
So I can. This should be a really good game. The White Sling Slasher proved me wrong this year. That is one Matt Stafford. He still not a top 5 quarterback, but played better than.
Say top 5,
but played better than what I expected. I had him at 15, 16. Obviously played better. I think Minnesota's defense is better. As long as Sam Darnold doesn't look absolutely flustered like he did against the Lions. Give me Minnesota. So if you're the Rams, put pressure on that motherfucker.
Yeah, last week I decided to take the Vikings and the Pick'ems, and I said, yeah, let me get the better defense, and they indeed did not look like the better defense. 4 touchdowns for Jahmyr Gibbs is crazy. Brian Flores, great work. Okay, great work.
Vikings
buddy.
were inside the 5, 4 different times, and only got field goals, and one time didn't score at all.
Yep. Great defense held up, bro. With that being said, though, let me believe in the Browns' future quarterback. Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings are going to win. Yeah, see what I tried to do there? It's not going to happen.
Sammy Darnold.
JJ McCarthy has been activated off of the IR, and if anything were to happen in Sam Darnold after this round, he would be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. Imagine starting your rookie year. You get to play your first game in the divisional round if they make it.
That'd be crazy.
So we're going to go through. We'll do this real quick just because we're going to be a little, running on time a little longer. Chiefs, Pittsburgh. We're just going to go through completely yours, Jordan.
Okay.
And then we'll move on.
All right.
Chiefs, Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, since we already said lick back, let me get the Pittsburgh Steelers and Justin Fields getting their lick back on the Chiefs.
That's insane. Then you'll have Buffalo Chargers.
That's a good game too. Give me Buffalo, but that's a good game.
And then we're just going to complete the AFC side here.
All right.
Pittsburgh, Buffalo.
Buffalo
makes it to the Super Bowl for you.
Yep.
Then we'll go NFC side. You're going to have Green Bay taking on the number 1 seed, Detroit.
Give me the Lions.
Then you'll have Washington, Minnesota.
Give me the Vikings. Damn, an NFC North Conference Championship.
Then you'll have Detroit.
A rematch?
Detroit and Minnesota. Yeah, who you got?
David Montgomery will be back by the divisional round. They said that he'll be ready for the Lions' first game in the playoffs.
Hutch, Super Bowl / conference.
Yeah. Give me the Lions.
Detroit, Buffalo, Super Bowl.
I think that the Lions are the best team in the NFL, and the Bills get so close yet again.
Damn.
Don't win it. Aiden Hutchinson returns. Bucks Josh Allen up. David Montgomery's going crazy.
So
4 touchdowns in the bowl.
4? Book it. Can you bet it now?
Maybe 3.
Bet future bet Jahmyr Gibbs 3+ touchdowns and Super Bowl.
That would be probably insane odds because they have to then make it and him score those touchdowns.
Oh yeah. I'll do mine real quick. I'll have Chargers Chiefs. Give me Chiefs over Chargers. Then I'll have Baltimore Buffalo. Give me Baltimore. Baltimore Chiefs. Give me Baltimore. Baltimore makes it to the Super Bowl. On the NFC side, I'm gonna have Philly beat Green Bay. Tampa is gonna beat Washington, and then Minnesota gonna beat the Rams. So Minnesota Detroit will be the first round or the second round matchup for me. Give me Detroit over Minnesota, and give me Tampa Bay over the Eagles. You don't know how bad I want to see Baker in the Super Bowl, but give me Detroit to beat Tampa Bay, and then Baltimore to win the Super Bowl. Lamar finally puts the haters to rest.
Yeah, we literally couldn't be more different. I have Lamar getting bounced in the first round.
Yeah, I know. Dante, you remember your picks to go through them, or do you want me to remind you?
If it's anybody else, you don't have Lamar getting bounced in the first round.
Nah, if he played the Bills, if we would have won and they would have lost and we would have won the division, he goes to the Bills, he loses first round.
I can see that happening. Dante, you remember yours? You want me to go through them for you?
I'll go through them for me. I'm going to be honest. I vaguely remember.
So I believe you have the same picks. You had Chargers winning, Ravens winning, Buffalo winning.
Yes.
Chargers, Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs over the Chargers.
Buffalo or Ravens.
Got Lamar edging out the. I don't like that. Nope. I'm not gonna say edging out.
Lamar edging Josh Allen.
Yep, that was gonna sound crazy. Lamar gets the best of the Bills this time, and they beat the Bills
by edging out Josh Allen.
He pulls out, and it's just hard.
All right.
Bro, why did LiAngelo Ball's song just come on my Spotify shuffle?
Bro, you better listen to it. That shit's fire, bro. That shit is fire. You got Baltimore Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl? Is there maybe a three-peat? Or does maybe Lamar get there?
For some reason, the Chiefs are just going to win that game.
Damn
and they're
Chiefs.
going to their third consecutive Super Bowl.
They ain't winning it.
Taylor Swift's excited. Merchandise
Feeling
out the
22
roof.
all over again.
Then we'll move NFC side. You had Philly winning, right? Not Green Bay?
I have Philly winning, yes.
You had Philly, Washington, Minnesota.
Yes.
So different matchup for the Detroit Lions that all of us had. Washington at Detroit.
And Washington had a great year, but this is where it ends. I got the Detroit Lions low-key stomping the Washington Commanders.
Then you got the Vikings at Philly.
Philly, been real. It's been real fun. Nope, it's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. Got the Vikings winning.
Then, same as Jordan, Detroit, Minnesota, conference. Who you got?
And Detroit spanks Minnesota again.
And who's your Super Bowl winner? Who you got?
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms is heavy as vomit on a sweater already.
Detroit!
Detroit! I got the Lions winning it all. I don't think they'll win, but I really want them to.
Marshall Goff.
Detroit makes it to the Super Bowl. Eminem doing anything related with the Lions, you think? I know he can't
feel like
for that Michigan game.
I feel like Kendrick has to bring him out for the halftime show, even though they have like no correlation. What is your face?
I said he'll be like he was when he was in the booth for that Michigan game. Remember when Eminem was in the booth and he was like this?
I didn't remember that part.
I don't remember. You got to send me the picture. You got to send me the picture.
He looked insane. He was fried out of his mind in the booth.
Kendrick's got to bring this dude out for the halftime show.
But hey,
like I said, they have no songs, no correlation, but you got to bring him out.
You guys fill out your bracket down below. I mean, there's no link, so you just comment it. Who you got winning every round. And hey, like we said, bonus points for these. So you have a chance to come back even if you were 6 games behind. Because hey, Jordan misses a couple, you might take over. You never know.
He gonna miss a couple.
You look at the picture.
I gotta send it to you guys before we get it. You gotta have your reaction to it.
And I'd want to say sorry for you guys that you had to listen to the incorrect bracket because I completely forgot that the lower seed plays the number 1 seed. I fucked up. That's on my bad.
And, you don't remember seeing this video?
Where did you send it, on Snap or
just text? Just text.
Bro, is this real?
Yeah. He was in the booth. It was 2013, 11 years ago on September 7th. So September 7th, 2013. He was in the booth at halftime of the Michigan Notre Dame game.
Was that a bit or was he just fried out of his mind?
Bro,
I do remember that.
Out of his mind.
I feel like it had to be a bit for some reason.
Know.
That's insane.
Yeah, like that was some sort of like skit or something.
Like that looks like an SNL skit right now. That is insane though, that I'm looking at it. But yeah, sorry that you guys had to hear us go through the bracket incorrectly. But some funny things happened, and you guys were probably wondering like what the hell they were doing it wrong. Make sure you don't do it wrong down below, because if you do, you get penalized -2 points. And hey, you might drop in the rankings. Yeah. You never know. Thank you guys for watching.
With negative points.
We'll be back next week, of course. Like kind of another pick'em, but we'll talk about the playoffs and the games and everything like that. But nothing going to be towards the final score. So be on the lookout. Till next time, guys. You guys say it. You guys say it.
Peace out.
See you guys later.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye. Have a nice day.